Do people care about opera and ballet? I'm Dr. Liz Stafford from Music Education Solutions, and I am here to tell you that, yes, quite obviously, people care about opera and ballet. You don't need me to tell you that, though, because you will have seen the enormous worldwide backlash to the rather insensitive and unwise comments of Timothée Chalamet over the last few days. And I was thinking, okay, so what's the response to this? Yes, people are right to be outraged, but actually, is there anything that we can practically do to make sure that as educators, our children aren't influenced by this point of view and our children don't grow up thinking, oh, that's irrelevant, that's not for me, nobody cares about that. And so I started thinking about the different resources that were available for schools for free that you can access really easily on the internet. And I'm just going to run you through a few of my favourite resources that will help you to give your students an appreciation for the highly respected and beautiful forms of music that are opera, ballet and classical music. So firstly, the Royal Opera House has got some great learning resources, and in particular, they've got Create and Sing, which explores opera, and Create and Dance, which explores ballet, and they are available for Key Stage 1, 2 and 3. There are lesson ideas, there are films to watch, there are PowerPoints that you can use, there's loads of different activities, cross-curricular activities that you can use in different lessons so that you can explore those art forms through music, through drama, through PE. Definitely worth your while. I will now put my hand up and say I have written some of the Create and Sing resources. So obviously I'm going to tell you they're great, but they're free, so you can go and look yourself and you can disagree with me if you like. The second thing that I want to draw to your attention is the resources from the Academy of St Martin in the Fields. They're called Inside the Music. There is one for Key Stage 1, there is one for Key Stage 2. I've used the Key Stage 1 resources in my most recent school, and what I really liked about them was that they're all based around contemporary pieces of classical music written by female composers. So it's not just looking at like the classics and the music of ancient dead white guys. We're now looking at real live, contemporary direction of travel for classical music, and definitely worth your time. And I know that the Key Stage 2 ones, although I haven't used them, based around A Midsummer Night's Dream, I know that those are great as well. You can find those on the Academy of St Martin in the Fields website. I will drop all this information in comments below as well so that you can find them a little bit easier. Another classic one, BBC 10 Pieces. I'm sure everyone pretty much knows about BBC 10 Pieces now. They really need to rename it because it's like a BBC like 150 pieces at this stage. They keep just adding more things to it. Loads of great resources based around films that they have made of pieces of classical music. Also, they're kind of broadening out now. So they started off being real kind of classical canon pieces, and now much more diverse, much more stuff to explore there. Loads of activities and resources and arrangements of the pieces so that you can perform them with your school ensembles. Really worth your while, again, on the BBC website. And finally, there is Aurora Classroom from Aurora Orchestra, which is a creative learning program. There is digital resources there, there's teacher training stuff, loads of activity based around orchestral music for your children to explore at primary level. And again, that is available on their website, their Aurora Classroom website. So those are just some of my little tips for things that you can put in front of your children that will help them to develop at least an appreciation of opera, ballet and classical music, hopefully a love for it, and certainly the common sense not to say out loud that nobody cares about that type of music.